you have we have 12 academic departments offering 9 specialized engineering disciplines. Now, if I take examples, we have the Department of Chemical and Process Engineering, we have Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Department of Civil Engineering, Department of Earth Resources Engineering, Department of Electrical Engineering, Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Materials Engineering, Mathematics, Management of Technology, Textile and Clothing Technology, and also we have a latest addition, which is the Department of Transport and Logistics Management.
So I think it was 12 departments,
12 departments
altogether.
Yes. Some departments are serviced like the Management of Technology and Mathematics. All the other departments offer undergraduate degrees.
So, Professor, shall we go into each and every department and field of engineering, so to say?
Right.
And also, if while going into different fields of engineering, if you can elaborate how the university and the students and the staff as a system has contributed in adding value to the economy of Sri Lanka, and also in terms of expertise, in terms of policy, and in terms of research and development, if you can illustrate that,
right.
I think that will be
Yeah,
very interesting.
Right. I think if you take Deepamala in a common sense, all the departments, the mere fact that we create value-added graduates or engineers itself is a great support for industrial development or development of a country or wealth creation of a country, whatever the discipline. It's the creation of engineers and production of engineers. That is the major part of it. And then if you consider about how each department or discipline contributes. Now, let me take the first discipline, which is perhaps chemical and process engineering. Now, chemical and process, now as you know, chemicals and processes. Now, that department actually produces the graduates who specialize the when you say chemicals, it has the polymers, it has all the disinfections and things like that. It talks about the food aspects, food safety and all that, and then it's about the process development. So when you consider any production facility, how you develop the process, like a supply chain of conversion of input to the output. So it talks about the pollution control, effluent treatment, and production processes. So that is the aspects which we specialize in the chemical and process engineering. It has a very, very broad application, although it might not be so popular in Sri Lanka, but where the countries you have lots of industrialization, chemical and process engineering discipline has a great demand, and they contribute a lot in these aspects of controlling the environment and production of these kind of all liquid detergents and soaps and food items like the cereals, the processing, keeping the foods longer, and all these aspects come under chemical and process engineering.
So now, Professor, if you take the University of Moratuwa and Faculty of Engineering, what are the examples that you have from the university where the students have come up with maybe innovative systems under chemical and process
engineering? Right. Now, when you consider chemical and process engineering, in addition to producing the graduates, now as I told you, we have Cargill's food processing lab, which is actually funded by Cargill's and which is established in the University of Moratuwa, and they do research to come out with, say, food processing and food products as well. They have actually developed a rice cereal now, which is almost in the final stages kind of a thing. So when you develop those kind of things, basically then we commercialize, in the sense that we hand it over to Cargill's and then for production and things like that. That is just one aspect of food aspect, food processing and production of food items and things like that. Then we have when you say food processing, it also has coming out with dried foods and things like that, processors and things like that, quite a lot to enhance the durability of products. Then we also have this producing biofuels, and then plastic waste treatment. And for example, at this moment we actually have entered into collaboration with Central Environmental Authority and an individual inventor who actually converts the waste plastic to fuels. And then with the expertise of the University of Moratuwa coming together, we have this some kind of a tripartite arrangement. When we have these kind of things, we enter into agreement and we provide the expertise and we identify, the role of each partner, and that is how we actually, contributes to the national development and also to come out with solutions to the problems that we have.
So in that context, in the example you are referring to when it comes to plastic and waste management, this researcher, the inventor, was a person outside the university system, right?
That's right, yeah.
So, and the university offered expertise. So how does the university come up with IP policy for that matter, or how does the university go from the stage of an idea to the process of commercialization?
Right. Now, this specific example, yes, this inventor or innovator is actually completely outside. Now, there can be situations where the universities, we keep our eyes open and, we actually outreach to the industry also. I mean, when you have these kind of entrepreneurs and innovators who actually might not have the specific theoretical background, but they have this innovative kind of an idea that they can do experiments and things like that to come out with something. At that time, we outreach and we identify the potential of these kind of developments, and then we provide additional input, theoretical background and things like that. Sometimes we support, without any input to university. But in this particular case, when we convert waste plastic to fuels, and then we have come to an agreement where actually there is a donation to the University of Moratuwa. We have a situation, we initially try to establish a company with shares to University of Moratuwa, but probably the Vice Chancellor would have explained last time as well, because of the University Act restriction and things like that, we cannot be shareholders. But in this particular case, there is a donation to University of Moratuwa. But on the other hand, when you talked about the IP, if we have a product or something like that we have developed in the university, we at Moratuwa University we have developed an IP policy, and that I think the Moratuwa is the first university to develop that kind of an IT policy, still the only university. And where when we do R&D activities and when we develop a product or process or any kind of intellectual property activity, then the university can support the obtaining patent for that kind of a thing. So there is this policy, I have the policy which describes exactly how to do that. So the inventor reports to the university, maybe Vice Chancellor, and then there is an intellectual property advisory committee. They look at in detail to find out whether that development is patentable, and then with the support of the inventor, the university might decide to go ahead and obtain patents in Sri Lanka, or if it is very valuable in other countries as well. So the university quickly, will obtain patent if it is possible. If not possible, university will, release the intellectual property rights to the inventor for him to go and obtain patents on his own expense, if that is the case, with IP rights and everything. If the university decides to patent, then the IP rights belongs to the university. And later on, university together with perhaps the inventor will try to commercialize, to see the commercial potential. And if it is possible to commercialize, then of course we share the benefits, royalty between the inventor and the university. According to the policy, it is 60% to the inventor and 40% to the university. However, if we do research and development activities together with industry inputs, like industry funding and things like that, then we enter into an agreement for intellectual property rights. The university will maintain at least 50%. So depending on the support that we get from the industry, it can be anything between 50% and 100%.
So that nexus is actually very interesting, because we are also seeing how even people outside the university can make use of the expertise of the university system and add value to their original ideas, refine them, and actually bring it to a point that it is commercial in a way that the university and the inventor both will benefit by adding value to the economy and the growth of the country as well.
Yes.
So the same process of commercialization, in other words, I saw in the University of Moratuwa had also this